Hello and welcome to day one of this 14 days of Pilates Summer Challenge. I am so excited to dive in with you today. So for this session, we are going to be focusing in 4-point kneeling position. So Pilates in that 4-point kneeling position, and you won't need any additional equipment for today's session. However, if you would like some extra support for under your knees, you can grab a couple of folded up towels to place on your mat, or even a couple of cushions, so whatever works best for you today. And of course, if you've been practicing Pilates for a while and you want that extra little bit of challenge, if you have any wrist weights or ankle weights, then please feel free to use those throughout today's class. So we're going to get started. Let's come up into 4-point kneeling position. So we're going to take the arms directly underneath these shoulders. Let's take the legs directly underneath the hips, hip width apart and parallel. So nice neutral spine here. We're engaging that core, checking in with that head and neck as well, and then pushing through these hands. So from here then, let's just begin just with a cat all the way out into that extended cat, or that cat-cow exercise. So we're going to take a big deep inhale. On the exhale, let's start to nod the head, the neck, the upper spine. We're going to tuck that tailbone under. We're then going to extend all the way out, opening up that chest, extending that spine. And then we're going to go again. So gently rocking back and forth through this movement of the spine. So just connecting to the body, starting to introduce a little bit of movement here on our mat today. Good, so let's just take one more here. Good. And then once we're finished here, we're just going to go ahead, come back to that nice neutral position, and then we're going to come into our threading the needle. So a lovely rotation of the spine now. So let's take an inhale. On the exhale, we're going to go ahead and lift one hand. We rotate thread through, allow the other arm to bend, come all the way back round as you reach, and then resting back down. Let's go again on the other side. So we're going to lift and rotate, thread through, come all the way back round as you reach that lovely openness, and then back down. Good. If this feels okay, we're going to add in a little challenge in the middle. So we go again, we're going to lift, we rotate thread through, come all the way back around as you reach, and then resting back down. Before we go on to the next side, we're going to tuck these toes. We're going to come into a little knee raise. So we're going to lift and hold for 3, 2, 1, and then lower. Good. Untuck these toes. Let's go again on the other side. Breathing in. Exhaling as we rotate thread through. Come back round as we reach, and back down. We tuck these toes, we lift the knees, we hold for 3, 2, 1, we lower. Untuck these toes. Let's go again. We lift and rotate. Good, really nice. Keep going here, focusing on that lovely rotation. And then we're tucking the toes, lift and hold for 3, 2, 1, lower. Untuck these toes. We've got one last one. Lift and rotate. Come all the way back through as you reach. And then lower. Good. Let's tuck the toes. We're going to lift. We hold for 3, 2, 1. Resting back down. Good. Untuck these toes. Just sit back towards the feet. Reach these arms forward. Just come into these gentle wrist circles here for a moment. So circling one way, and then taking the circles the other way. Good, lovely. And you can come back and circle these wrists whenever you need to during today's class. But coming back to this 4-point kneeling. And then let's come into this tabletop. So still working this core, we're going to take an inhale. On the exhale, we're going to lengthen and lift opposite arm and leg, finding that stability. We inhale at the top, exhale, draw back in. So we go again on the other side, breathing in, exhale, lengthen and lift, and then draw back in. Good, so keep going here. So we're finding that stability and that control at the top, staying nice and centered to the mat, And taking it nice and slow and controlled, thinking about that length here. Let's go one last one. And then we have the option just to add on again here. So we're going to lift and lengthen. We're going to hold. This time we're going to take a little pulse with leg and arm. We lift and then lower, draw back in. We go again on the other side. So we lengthen, we hold, little pulse, draw back in. Good, keep going here. So we lengthen, little pulse, draw back in. Good, so keep going there. Good. We've got one more to each side. Little pulse. Good. One last one. We lengthen. Hold. Find that pulse. And then lower, draw back in. Really nice. We're going to come down onto one forearm now. So 90-degree arm. The other hand just sits to the side. And then we're going to go ahead and lengthen that opposite leg behind us. So stretch it all the way out. Taking the gaze just towards the hands here. Checking in with that head and neck, engaging that core. Good. So let's come into these leg lifts then. So we're just going to kick up for 1. And 2. And 3. Good. Keep going there for 4. We've got 2 more. We've got one last one. And then we're going to kick up and hold. And then take little pulses here. So we're going to pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower, draw back in. Good. We're going to lift and hover that knee. Flex that foot coming into these donkey kicks. So we're going to kick up towards that ceiling. And then draw back in, hover the knee. We go again. We're going to kick up, draw in, hover the knee. Good. Keep going here. Good. Finding that control. We've got 3 more. Good. We've got 2. Good. We've got one last one. And then lower, draw back in. Really nice. So we're going to go down onto the other arm now. So onto that other side. So 90-degree again. And then let's lengthen that opposite leg behind us. So when you're ready, we're going to come into this side with this leg. So leg kicks, kicking up for 1. And 2. And 3. Good. Keep going there for 4. We've got 2 more. One last one. And then let's kick up and hold. We're going to pulse. So let's pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower, draw back in, hover the knee, flex the foot. Coming into these donkey kicks. So we're going to kick up towards the ceiling. Draw back in, hover that knee. We go again. Let's kick up. Draw back in. Good. Keep going here. We kick up. Good. We've got 3 more. We've got 2. We've got one last one. And then lower, draw back in. Good. Come off these hands and these arms. Let's reach these arms forward again. Come into these lovely circles. And then let's take these circles the other way. Good, really nice. So let's come back down into 4-point kneeling position again. Find that nice base beneath you. Good. We're going to work the arms a little bit more now. So we're going to take one leg behind us, so stretch it all the way out. Coming into these press-ups, so you have 2 options here. So we can do the press-ups here with that leg extended, or if you want to change up, just come to these press-ups here with no leg lengthen. So whichever works better for you today. But let's just lengthen that leg or stay where you are. Find that stability. Push through the hands. Elbows towards the body. So we're going to go down, lift the leg if it's extended, and then push back up. We go again, we're going to go down, elbows towards the body, pushing back up. Good. 2 more on this side. We lower, we lift. We've got one last one. We lower and we lift. Good. Draw back in. We're going to do the same on the other side. Staying there or lengthening this leg. When you're ready, let's go down nice and strong. Elbows towards the body, pushing back up. And again, we go down, Pushing back up. Good. 2 more here, nice and strong. Woo, we've got one last one going down. Pushing back up. Drawing back in there, really nice. Let's push ourselves back into this lovely rest position. So knees nice and wide. Sit back towards those heels. Resting down. Taking the pressure just off these hands and those wrists for a moment. Allowing the body just to rest. And then let's go ahead and take a big deep inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. And again, big deep inhale. And exhale. We've got one last one, so big deep breath. Exhale, breathe out. And then we're just going to gently unravel here. We're going to go ahead and just take one arm across. Coming into a little stretch there. Good. And then let's take the other arm across. Holding, take a little stretch. Good. Let's bring the fingers just to the shoulders. Let's come into some shoulder circles. Just take them back. Good. And then let's take them forwards. Good. And then resting back down here, bringing the arms back down. And this is where I leave you for today. Thank you so much for joining me for day 1. I really hope you enjoyed this quick 4-point kneeling Pilates session, and I look forward to welcoming you back again tomorrow for day 2.